Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Today I want to give you a quick update about the situation here in Vietnam. So as you may have seen on my previous video, and if you follow the news in Vietnam, Saigon is reopening. So over the last 3 months we've been through a very tough lockdown, and for about a month things are getting way better. So for about a month we could go out, enjoy like outdoor experience, order to coffee, to restaurants and take away. And actually since today, Monday 25 October, we can finally enjoy indoor experience in many coffee restaurants just as before. So of course there will be some limitation, and then for instance if you go to a coffee shop or restaurants, there will be limited quantity. Saigon decided to run a sandbox in District 7 for about 10 days, so we could start to enjoy indoor activities, enjoying food, coffee in the restaurants and in coffee places. And now they basically scale this whole sandbox to the whole city. Now we got also very recently some good news for international tourists to come to Vietnam. So the plan is now well defined, even if it may still change in the future just because of the consequences and this COVID outbreak everywhere. But basically what they want to do is that from November there will start to be some tourism bubble. So they are already having some Russian tourists booking their winter holidays in Vietnam, and then they will basically send a bunch of people to specific locations. So they target already Phu Quoc, they target Nha Trang, and they target Ha Long Bay. So in those locations, basically the tour companies will partner with 4 or 5-star hotels, and then as an international tourist you will be able to spend 7 days inside kind of a quarantine, so they will put you there. Maybe you will still be able to go out, enjoy limited activities, and then after those 7 days you will be able to go outside and really enjoy the tour. They are not talking yet about traveling outside of those tourist bubble. So just expect that if you are one of the first person coming in the next upcoming months, your travel may be very limited. But after that, they want to run this kind of tourism campaign for about 3 months. So from November to January, and then in January, they may probably adjust that based on the feedback that they're going to collect directly on the ground. And then finally, from January to the second quarter of 2022, they want to adjust this model. Right now, you know that in UK, there start to be a new variant, the Delta Plus. So we don't know how things going to turn out, but we just get some assumption that there may be less limitation put on those tourist travelers, and then potentially those people will be able to travel within Vietnam. But this is still assumption. We are not yet in that time. And then after the second quarter, or probably mid of 2022, the whole tourism may reopen in all Vietnam, and potentially from now to that day, Vietnam should have vaccinated maybe 80, 90, we don't know yet, but a huge amount of the population, to be sure that when the whole tourism gonna reopen, all the people outside of the big cities are also vaccinated. So to talk a little bit more about the vaccination, as I mentioned before on previous videos, it went very well in Ho Chi Minh City, in Hanoi, in Da Nang, in the big and hub areas. And then now they start to vaccinate outside of the big cities. So for instance, very recently we got an outbreak in the south of Vietnam. So in some town of Mekong Delta, we got, for instance, in An Giang or in Soc Tran, we got many cases over there, and they just re-implemented a few days ago a curfew. So after a certain hour, you are not able to go outside in those areas just because they couldn't vaccinate people over there. And right after the lockdown, things were quite difficult in Ho Chi Minh City. So many workers left the factory areas, left Ho Chi Minh City to go back to their hometown. And of course, they came back and some people were positive, right? So they brought the virus back to their hometown. Another problem that we have with all those workers leaving the manufacturing areas is that right now all those factories are running 30-40%. I met a friend this week he's working in that industry, and he told me that for his customer, they experience high delay, and then the workers cannot really perform, and the factory cannot really deliver everything on time. So things are not getting yet back to the situation it was before the pandemic, but hopefully with all those different actions, everything will go back to normal soon. If we observe the situation that happened in Ho Chi Minh City with the huge vaccination, the number of cases dropped dramatically. So in the whole Vietnam right now we have around 3,000 cases, and yesterday we got less than 1,000 cases per day in Ho Chi Minh City. So finally, you know, the move that made the government to just accept and live with the virus, from my perspective, is a good direction that the government took. Now we already get the first result. This is a very good point, and hopefully with all the different action and sandbox and tests running out everywhere in Vietnam, we may see Vietnam coming back and bouncing back again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will keep you updated about how the situation gonna evolve in the next upcoming weeks and months. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts below in the comment section. Share me what you think about what is happening here in this part of the world, and we can exchange with each other. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And I'ma get it right, then I'll fight like